Smart 24, driving business.
Welcome back, and of course you're still watching Smart Men's Business here. The perfect jury is here in place. Marcy and Enid, hope you've been enjoying from 7 till now 9. We're into our very last hour, Smart Men's Business. Of course, we're going to be closing up at around 9:55. Well, of course, Monday to Friday we are here. Yeah, we're always here to drive your business. Well, of course, we're talking about the Christmas Day celebrations, the roller coaster on Christmas, and of course, I want to know actually how someone can really, this is going to be a long time, this is going to be a conversation for a long time, how we can actually spend on these festive seasons, because we have very many. There was Easter, then there is Christmas, but of course Christmas is the one that is too much.
The New Year celebration,
even the New Year. So I wanna, tell you people how you should actually spend, how you should spend on these festives, so that you can have enough to save for the coming droughty months. The months that get people crying, that people are in debts. You went to the bank and got a loan. Imagine, just for Christmas. It's quite absurd. I don't think there's need for that, to get a loan for just to celebrate Christmas. No. I've seen our prices are now, for meat, get a kilo of family.
No, not necessarily that, but if at all you were planning to buy 5 kgs, please, you could do 3. Spend within your limit. So talking about how people should, get through this festive season and peacefully and without complaints and excuses to make in January that I overspent in December. This people should move away from having this mentality of. If it's December, I ought to spend like never before. Yeah, true, it's a festive season. Yeah, people do spend, but then don't go beyond. So what are some of the things that you need to keep in mind? First things first, plan. You guys really need to plan. Actually, this plan thing would have come in like on the 23rd, days before the real day. But now that the day is here, you need to plan. Still, you can still draft a plan right now. So you need to plan and be like, okay, how am I going to spend the next maybe 7 days to the end of the year? So how am I even going to enter into my January? Planning, then budgeting. You need to sit down and budget. Be like, I need this, I need this, and make sure that you get the essentials, prioritize them. There's some things that can wait, by the way, till like May. You could purchase them in May. So the things that can wait, put them on hold as of now, and then concentrate mainly on the things that really matter, the essentials and all that.
Well, of course, when it comes to prioritizing and spending, you don't have to buy a Christmas tree every year. No. You have to use that it's one tree for all the years of your life. You could even hand them over to your children. As in a will. But of course, prioritizing is key. If you decided to stay back, not to go maybe probably in the village, you have to consider the fact that you have to spend less now. Okay. If you're the type of person that has been going to restaurants and spending almost 500,000 for a family, or you've been you're this kind of, because you have to look back on how the year has been, on how much you were able to save, and know how much you're going to spend during the festive season. Because at the end of the day, if you saw the year was not that good, if you've been going for a trip, a vacation, for the festive, you could decide to stay behind, maybe go for this local you support our tour. No, we're supporting.
Domestic tourism,
domestic
guys,
tourism.
promote it.
There are very many places that you can go for, and I believe they're affordable now.
Yeah.
So definitely do that. If you've been going to Mombasa, you've been going to Dubai, so please, you could choose. You could be like, you know what, family, let's do this within, Uganda.
Exactly.
If you've been going to restaurants to spend over 500,000, you can save less. You can save more if you stay home and buy what you're supposed to, spend on that day. So, is that a must that you have to go out and eat out? No, you can have a meal prepared nicely, well prepared at home.
And the day ends.
So prioritize. Buy things that you know are going to last you till come in the next season, the next year actually, to usher you in the next year. If you're buying posho, buy 10 kilograms, in January, it's going to run me through. Yes, it's going to be running me through. You just don't exaggerate the day. It's just one.
And talking about the things that we buy, guys, avoid impulsive buying. Don't buy things that you do not even need, that you're actually not even going to use. And even if you bought it, fine, it will be maybe of importance to you, but then you're just buying it for the sake. Maybe Mercy has bought this, so let me also buy this. Don't buy. Write down the list of things that you really need in this season till maybe the beginning of next year. Then stick to your list. Don't just add in unnecessary things that are not needed, because this is going to cost you a lot in the long run. You'll realize I'll be like, I spent 200k on this maybe bag, but then I only used it once on that day, and literally you held it maybe to go to maybe a party or something, today evening or dinner, for literally 3 hours. So 200k, 3 hours, does it add up? And tomorrow you're not going to use this thing. So guys, be mindful of what you buy, and buy only the things that you need. Then another thing is keep track of your expenses. Know what you've bought, and just keep track of your expenses. What are you spending your money on? Then avoid credit. I'll say this in Luganda, we are sorry to our audience, our crowds, and our viewers in the UK and all over the world. Guys, mwewole amabanja mubiseera bino mugewalire ddala, like find
and then who gets a loan for Christmas?
For Christmas. Not only Christmas, people be like, oh my God, the new year is coming. So people have a mentality of when the year begins and you're a bit broke, so you're going to be broke for the rest of the year. So the year has to find me with maybe 5 million. So that I feel rich. And no, guys, that is a very wrong impression, by the way. Please stick to your your budget. If you know you have $1 million, find ways. And we're not stopping people from getting their credit and what, but then please, if you get this money, use it to maybe invest into a venture that's at the end of the day is going to bring you profits, and you're going to also be able to pay off the debt. But then if you very well know that you're getting this money to spend just because there is this rich guy that came in from the city, so you also want to show that you're rich, you're just literally wasting this money. This is just a waste of time.
This is a one day thing, 1 or 2 days. Because by Wednesday, trust me, it will be business as usual. Then maybe Friday people will be into the they want to usher in the new year. So this is just a time thing. It's the season is a bit time bound, By 3rd Jan, you'll be regretting, trust me. You'll be like, why did I even spend in the first place? So please, stick to your budget. If you know you have this money, try and plan accordingly for it, because actually at the end of the day you have to save up for kids.
Exactly.
From worry they have to go to school.
They have to go to school. Some are even
these unnecessary things of ladies buying 10 pounds, or you buy 10 dresses, or you buy unnecessary.
You're buying things you're not going to use.
I feel these days you work with the exact money you want, because if you go with extra, trust me,
today is the day you're going to see people in malls doing the shopping.
You're going for that makeup of 300,000, 500,000 for just
a day. Tomorrow we're having concerts and so a person is going to go to town and make sure they do their makeup at 500k. Then they'll buy that very nice outfit for later on in the day.
The makeup
Guys,
is going to
this
fall
is
out.
something that you remember. You're going for this concert like at 6. I think they start at 6, 7, and by midnight it will be done. So where has your money gone?
I mean, the other alternatives of attending those bivorus, you can go online and watch it.
No, we're not discouraging people from, going out to have fun. It's okay, by the way, to have fun. It's a good thing, but then spend wisely. There's some things we don't really need. Just spend wisely and within, guys, mark me
your budget.
Mark me right, within your budget. There are people that can afford. There's a person that can be like, oh my God, Christmas, I can do 10 million, and it does not affect them in any way. But there's a same person that has the 10 million, but they very well know the moment I touch this money, my business is going down. So please spend wisely, budget and plan. Then avoid credit.
Avoid credit. So you've had it. Please, abaina mabanja bewoze yesterday over the weekend. Mami mpolayo njakuwa next omwaka nga mpegire omwaka. Trust me, there's gonna come and you're still in debt.
In debt.
And it's not good to begin a year when you're in debt. Well, of course, spending is really the talk of the town usually this festive season, but it's finding means of actually finding alternative ways of how we can actually improvise. And if we've been going to restaurants, let's maybe go home.
You could prepare a nice meal home, or if you prefer the restaurants, then go eat and go back home, and the day will end. No more
don't
things.
Spend extravagantly, and forget that there is
a tomorrow.
Away from the spending bit of it, maybe we could talk about the culture of Christmas. What do you know about Christmas? Maybe if we could start, what do you know about Christmas?
As we grow up, I don't know, by the time I'm maybe 40, I don't know what will be happening to me, but growing up, we had this excitement. You get very much excited for, Christmas is here, and I know I'm going to wear this new dress and new shoes. We had that too much excitement. We just couldn't wait. Oh, by the way, the balloon game.
Oh yeah.
We used to have some balloon game. I know now the young, I think the young generation right now does not know. They don't know what we had to go through to make sure that on the chart you win the biggest balloon. And if you don't win I know. Because you get a number, you choose a number, and the number you've chosen, it's the balloon you're going to take. Now you find yourself, it's the smallest.
Yeah.
That pain of, but you would still go back home and ask for 500 and go back to the shop and be like, give me another, till when you win the biggest balloon on the chart. And then we also had the, that thing of, I need to decorate the house, I need to, so you make sure
that decoration
the house is a bit extra.
Those days, and I'm like, wow, what was this for? Exactly. It was the thing that used to dangle like.
We had everything. but right anyway, now the story is different, because I can assure you, I knew Christmas now. Like for me, for my guests today morning, I knew it was Christmas. But then last night I slept with this thing of, I'm waking up to go to work. So I just didn't. Okay, at a point it feels like any other normal day. It feels like any other normal day, like it's the normal business so far. Maybe who knows what will happen later on in the day, but then as for now it's a bit normal and calm. Just because maybe some people are home, but still it's the same thing like any other day, any other Monday. Just because this time around people are not working, but okay,
it's just like a public holiday. Exactly. Actually,
but you could even tell those days, if you're so keen in town, for example, because it's a place whereby we have most people, it's crowded and all that. In town we would get people singing and dancing to Christmas songs as early as 1st December or the end of November. People are already playing the Christmas songs everywhere. Jingle bells is everywhere.
Christmas
everywhere. Today, actually this year, I noticed people started playing those songs like on 20th.
I didn't hear.
And some didn't even play at all.
Yeah, I think my community back home, nothing.
Even the decorations, meanwhile, you could enter a place or an
feel the
office
spirit of Christmas.
and you feel the spirit of Christmas. My goodness, people, I think, just ignored. I don't know if they ignored, or people these days are, like the saying goes, Bako, the mood
like
was just, normal and calm. It's only a few places whereby you would enter and be like, oh my God, this feels like, Christmas is on the way. And in some places you'd be like, oh, okay, what shows there's, anything here? What shows we're in for the fest? Nothing at all. So I feel like times are changing.
Well, for me, Christmas, I feel like it's supposed to, for me, it's all about community and family. It's a time where you get to, meet up with the people you've taken long to meet up with. That is when people get together. I mean, that's what the whole festival is all about, getting together, meeting your different cousins, your aunties, you're uniting, you share as a family, as one family. And of course, for Africa, I don't think we are really used to gift sharing. I mean,
it's a culture that's coming up. Actually,
it's coming up, but in our days, really,
it was all about eating.
But now kids expect to see gifts on the tree.
You've heard of the Santas?
Oh yeah, the Santas recently. But for me, it's about family and community. If you have it's just like the way Muslims have their Eid. Yeah, they share with everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's how it should be.
Talking about sharing, this is a time I feel like, apart from dressing up nicely and eating good food and going out to drink yourself out and having fun, I feel like Christmas is a time whereby people should not only concentrate more on themselves and family. Fine, it's good to concentrate on family, but then guys, if you could, like in the villages, the way it's done, people get like a bull, they give out to the whole community. Meat is provided for everyone. So guys, even us in town, we could still do something small. Make sure that today you put a smile on someone's face. Yeah, it does not matter how much you give them or what you provide for them, but please, at least get 2 people. You don't need to get the whole community, 50 people, and distribute rice. No, you could just get 2 people and bless them. Just make the Christmas for them. Because the things that make these guys happy are very small things. Trust me, things that you even least expect. Just getting them maybe bread and soda. A person will thank you, a person will bless you, a person will pray for you. So guys, if you can, please get around, get a good number of people. It could be 2. If maybe if you can, you could do 10 and just bless them. Make their day.
Actually, I was coming even yesterday. I didn't see the street kids we normally see. Could they?
Even right now, where are they?
Gone for Christmas as well?
I don't know. Even right now, they're not on the roads, by the way.
They could have gone for a Christmas break so that they resume. Yeah, but you could do something for them as well.
Yeah, the street kids, also the needy people
to give
in
back,
your community.
Do charity. Have distribute. It's really a
good thing to do
to make a difference in society. So for us, that is what Christmas is all about. It's about sharing. It's about family. It's about love. There's a song that they used to play on TV. I can't sing it because I'm not naturally a singer.
Your vocals are not good?
No. Oh God, frogs. You tell them that it's Christmas time. It's time to love, to share and give. Yeah. So that was, for me, that is how I grew knowing Christmas is all about. But for the business fraternity, it's a day. It's a day like any other day. Please open up your shops, or maybe you could close them up maybe at around midday or maybe at
business
1.
Never stops.
And you could resume tomorrow, but at least make some money. Kulayo mfalo kumi at least omanye ogenogwe enkoko. Your family should enjoy. I don't think the time to seize. Here in Uganda, love the fact that we are in the recovery. Everyone wants to get money to compensate for those days that we were in brokenness, not to say poverty. And of course, we are trying to eradicate poverty. I feel like next year is supposed to be a different year. Less unemployment, more jobs created, skills, more jobs, no skills. Yeah, we don't want to see kids on the road. We don't want to see theft. I want youth to be more active,
more productive,
because the government has really invested a lot of money into the youth. So I want to see the outcomes. I want to see something done. I want to see people into tailoring. I want to see people into, when I talk about tailoring, I just remember someone has not delivered someone's attire today.
Social media is also something else. So you've seen those things all over, and people are like, they're making funny, memes about Christmas, and the tailors that haven't delivered, they haven't finished your dress, and they're like, oh, please come back in the next 2 minutes or 5 minutes, give me some time. But this is a person you told last week.
No, a month ago. You just But anyway, this is the time actually this is the time where you have to keep your phones always. Let me keep you updated, okay? For the very first time, Bambi, allow us to give you news firsthand.
Yeah.
Yes. Do away with your phones. Have family time. Just get on your phone when you just want to check up the time. Enjoy, make memories.
Give time to family.
Yeah, give time to family as well, so that you can keep the TVs on, most especially Smart 24 TV, because we're here to give you the very best. Tuzikiza, we're always here 24/7 to give you information. Well, it's just 22 minutes past 9 a.m. and of course we're still driving you all the way to 9:55 a.m. Well, of course, we shall go for a short breather and we shall be back with more of the Christmas roller coaster.
Smart 24, driving business.
Jovia ng'oyolekera ku lugendo luno olw'obulamu, nkuwa ekirabo eky'amaanyi agatazizibwa, amaanyi okulabibwa n'okuwulirwa mu mawanga ag'ewala ennyo, okutuuka buli wamu nga yadde togenzeeyo, ensi yonna ng'ekuli mu ngalo. Okutambula mu biseera n'okumanya buli kimu ekirina okumanyibwa. Jovia, kino kye kirabo kyange gy'oli.
Tewali kumuko kye ky'osobola okukola ku mukutu nnandameggwa ogwa MTN. Luxury redefined at Seasan Hotel as you indulge in the splendor of elegant living fit for the royalty that you are. Step into comfort, pampering and blissful customer-centric service as you select from our range of comfy, exquisite living quarters furnished to meet with your royal preference. Surrounded by scenic beauty, our tropical setting allows you to escape the glamorous ordeal of city life. Our ambient green gardens will guide you to a place of revitalizing rest. The 3-star restaurant caters to your palate, serving your choice menu ranging from exotic cuisines to local delicacies. Our chefs will serve you full-course meals for a truly out-of-this-world culinary experience. Our fully stocked bar to whet your throat, from renowned global brand whisks, brandies, gins, beers and wines to our locally celebrated beverages, you will not lack for any brewage. It's an all-new experience in the East at Seasan Hotel. So visit today at plot 15 to 19 Spire Road, Ginger, or contact us on +256 751 719 960 and +256 785 354 614 for reservations. Seasand Hotels, luxury redefined.
Smart 24, driving business.
Welcome back, and of course we're just left with a few minutes to be wrapping up for our ends that we also go and meet up with family and friends to celebrate. But before we wrap up, we still have a few minutes with you to celebrate and embrace this very beautiful day of the 25th of December. And of course we're still in 2023. Please, we've not yet begun the year. Please let it be known. Well, of course, still like we had told you, we're going to be having a live feed. Very own actually is in Chikubo. Said is going to go downtown and see. I wish those who could have what happened yesterday, the congestion that was in town. My goodness, over the weekend, wow. It was really, I think that is a time where people, you could see at least people active for Christmas, but other than that, for there was nothing.
Let's see what's happening in Chikubo. We have Andrew right there. Andrew, tell us what is happening downtown. Like, we need to know what is happening. What is the situation like there?
Thank you very much. That is Inid and Masi. And I remember earlier when I was actually at the abattoir, that's at Bugalobi, I mentioned something about the inflation of Uganda, which currently stands at about 6 to 7.5. And when I came down in here and I was trying to compare, that is the purchasing power of the individuals for the season downtown here, you realize that actually this season has been quite much more friendly. And of course, the reason being is that as compared to 2022, where the inflation rate almost reached 10%, that clearly explains why last season the demand was really down. Now, as we speak, as of today, people's incomes have increased. As we speak, the central bank rate has also been reduced from 10 to 9.5. And of course, which cap the inflationary pressure. So that means there is availability of credit at fair interest rates, so people can be able to have a stronger spending power as a result of that. So where I'm standing here is Chikubo, one of the busiest areas when it comes to business management and business execution. As you can actually see, people, despite, remember, we are taking a look at the holiday hustle, business brilliance, of course, despite what is happening in other parts of the town. But of course, if you happen to visit that is other places, most especially, I mean, talking about uptown, it's quite known. It's very empty actually. There is no any person. Most of the busy places are the markets and such a business center, which are happening to be that way. So even as you can see right now, people are busy transacting, despite the fact I passed by this particular place at exactly 6:45, and it was quite pretty empty as compared, that is, to the rest of the days, as you know, the remote days, and even the last 3 days before the festive season, it was quite massive. Now, according to reports, the demand of most of the products that have been highly on demand include soap. Of course, there has been clothes, a few of them, but of course, mainly foodstuffs. I mean, talking about rice and so many, because people would wish to have delicious meals and definitely dress nice during Christmas. So if you're dealing in that sector, you would definitely making quite some huge lots of money. And of course, considering the macroeconomic advantages that stand your way when it comes to inflation and the economic activity and the velocity of money in the different sectors, in the different markets. So clearly that's how it's standing at. But of course, still despite that, you need to be actually very careful because I remember a report 2 days back that was about which meant that 100 criminals were actually arrested in Kampala City Business District, CBD, and definitely that poses quite a threat. So for any person that is coming to town, well, you need to be absolutely careful when it comes to how you handle the people, how you handle yourself. That really contributes a lot to how you will be able to, survive with your money. Remember, you're working with money and so many more places. So you see different transactions. Of course, people putting their stalls together to make sure that they get ready to purchase, to sell to the people. Maybe I may try to interview somebody here to tell us something really small of what they expect of the day. Oh, somebody is scared in here, but let me get some other. So, Jebaneko. Jitambula jitya.
Polampola.
Season ogisanze okyeno.
Season enfu nnyo.
Ate abalala bagamba ebakoledde.
Tetukoledde, nze nga nze tenkoledde.
Obo
buno obwavu bungi nnyo. Akasa bali mu gavumenti.
Ne gavumenti erabye. Buli kimu.
Bwe buno obwavu buli mu gavumenti.
Buli mukono gwa gavumenti.
Obwavu bungi nnyo. Olaba nkeera bukeezi ku lunaku nga luno. Nengamba kanzije nkole. Mba bungi.
No, oba osanga oba ebintu by'otunda bye bitali nnyo katale. Kubanga okusinziira ku research gye ndaba, abantu beetanidde nnyo okugula sabbuuni, omuceere, okusinga ebyokulya.
Bino byonna babikozesa naye era bibyawo. Nabo bakaaba. Tebakedde. Tobalaba?
Okay. It's quite interesting.
Kati gavumenti yawadde ababaka ba parliament obukadde 10 naye ng'omuntu wa wansi ali bubi. Bukadde 10 oza baliyo bameka. Si be bangi abasinga omuntu wa wansi anyigirizibwa. Naye yasobodde okola ki? Naye ng'omuntu wa wansi ali bubi nnyo. Ekinnuma kyokka.
Kale Mukabange neyanziza ensonga ezo. All right, we are still, of course, having a walk through here, and it's quite very interesting on how different people have different perspectives of the season, because according to what I'm observing is that some other people are saying that they have actually not been able to make money during the festive season, whereas other people seem to be, saying that they made some good money. But I think it depends on what you're dealing in, despite the fact that, because we know most of the products that are highly on demand here now, we're talking about foodstuffs. I mentioned rice, cooking oil, flour, and so many more related to that. And the gentleman I was actually talking to was dealing in cutlery most especially. Probably I can try to find some other views of the people who think some people are scared to speak, but it's okay.
Busy, we are busy working.
Busy. But that was the season.
No money.
There's no money. But some people think they are making money.
Maybe them.
Mm.
Yeah.
So last season and this season, which is better?
This has been the worst.
So last season was better?
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Interesting. You can really see that people have different, some people say they are making money, while other people they are saying it's not really the best. But anyway, it kind of cuts across, because at the end of the day, we shall get the compound and compare who says that the season was actually okay and who says the season wasn't the best. So I really need to find out and see. But according to some sources and what some other people are saying, it clearly shows you that there were. The season has been profitable. Like considering the macroeconomic advantages, like I mentioned earlier, in taking a look at inflation and the responsibility of the central bank to make sure that the amount of money in circulation is pretty put in order. But I'm still moving around, really trying to see. You can actually clearly see that there is quite massive display of people's commodities. And every person is trying to make sure that they maximize the day. But of course, the peak days were yesterday, Saturday, and probably over the weekend, where majority of the people were actually doing the shopping. Well, for today, it's quite not so, massive, because majority of the people definitely are home. You know, they are home. Maybe the only movements that they are likely to make probably will be just as a result of heading to church, visit family, you know, have fun, and quite a few different given responsibilities. But there is not really much spending as compared to the 3 days, talking about the Christmas Eve as compared to that. So majority of the people here, as you can see, they're putting every commodity on display, but there is limited demand according to my observation. Maybe it's not the right catch this particular time. But of course, I'm trying to see whether I can get in touch with somebody. But I understand sometimes people don't want to speak because they are depressed. But it's okay. We need to keep on moving around and see what is happening around this particular place. Different commodities on display. You know, as you can see, for those of you that, the Santa Claus head socks put pretty there. And of course, there is, I'm going to come to you, sir. So we are still having this great observation as we are seeing the season, how it's actually taking the people to be at. Of course, I'm going to meet some other gentleman who actually requested, he wants to say something. But of course, we are definitely going to do that. And he seems to be quite busy. And but you can see he's transacting, but later on we are going to really have a chat and see. He seems to have had quite a good day for him. He's starting out with sales, which is quite positive. And it's not quite usual for most of the people. And I believe he's actually going to give us a great testimony on how he sees the day, Christmas Day, how is it like. And I would also love to know if he is to compare last season and this season, what has been the favorite season. So we are seeing that. You can clearly witness demand happening right here. Positioning is quite key, and I think that distinguishes, shows the difference between how strategic you are when it comes to positioning your commodity. Yeah, probably he's having a different testimony as compared to other people who are saying that the sales are not the best. And I was even surprised that somebody could actually say that last season was better than this season. Yet some people I talked to before, though I didn't get a chance to put them on camera to speak, but they definitely said this season is definitely doing perfect for them, and they are seeing quite some great result. I'm waiting for the gentleman to get done with this discussion, and then we can actually start the interview. Boss, how are you?
How is
Good. How is the season?
The season is so far 50-50, not so bad, not so good. Okay. Yeah.
I had some people say, when I was coming through, I interacted with some individuals, and some were saying that the season is good as compared to last season. Then another person, then other two, actually the first two people say the season is okay. Yeah. Then the next two people say the season is the worst. So if you're to compare last year and this year, which is better?
Maybe according to what they're selling. Yeah. Perfect.
I was also having an argument in that. Maybe what they sell. What commodities do you think have been on demand this season?
Actually, in Christmas days, we expect people to take like utensils, something to use on Christmas trees, yes, and whatever. Okay. Yeah. That's why some prices have been down. They have not been taken too much. Yes. Maybe like others selling like the Christmas trees, flowers, balloons, maybe I've made it. Okay. But according to me, it is still very down. Maybe when I compare the two, the first one and this one, the other one is better than this one.
So the other one was better than this one.
Yeah.
So if I may ask you, what strategies have you employed in your business to make sure that you make some money in this season?
In the season? Of course, I have to bring new commodities. Okay. Yeah, I have to bring things that inspire people. Yeah, that can catch people's eyes. Yeah, during Christmas. Yeah, the designs. Okay. Yeah.
So some people are still dealing in old-fashioned designs.
That is the reason as to why they are complaining. They achieved nothing from the season. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, boss. It's a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. Very interesting. He has just mentioned something very interesting. You need to bring commodities that are actually eye-catching when it comes to what people think, you know, something quite catchy, you know, something where people feel like they need this. Maybe let me try to get in touch with someone here. Boss, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm okay, sir. Kakati season ogisanze otya?
Season si nnungi muganda wange.
Si nnungi?
Abantu tetuli bulungi. Kuba kati edda wano mu kikubo twali nga wano wonna waggale. Naye kati era olaba abantu wakiri ava waka ajja anoonye kaki ku kasente. Kuba wano tasobola kuggalawo nga looni abantu looni zibatuddemu waka baba banja lwenti. Kati ojja kujjayo obeereyo sanyuke okozesa akasente atudde eno bakulegerege akasente nga bakaagala muganda wange. Nze nange ndi musuubuzi lwakuba nti waliwo byenva ogulako wano eno ngende nga kusaawa nga 8 waka. Naye nze nsuubuza soloteepu zino ezisiiringa. Nange ndi musuubuzi wano eno lwakuba nti nze nfune wenatwalirako abato. Naye nga abantu
embeera si nnungi ekyo kituufu naye kati maybe nga mbadde nsaba kubuuza season ewedde wogigeraageranya n'eno season kuba ku bantu bempiseemu nga mbabuuza abamu bagamba season ewedde yali mbi ate nebadde nnungiko ate abalala abasembayo bagamba season eno ate mbi eri yali esingako abalala bagamba eri 5-5. Gwe okiraba otya ekyo okkiriziganya nakyo?
Eno nakino okiraba bulabi kubeera abasuubuza b'omu kikuubo era obalaba amaduuka gonna maggule teri agaddewo.
Kitegeeza ki ekyo nti season nnungi
wano mu kikuubo si nnungi wano
mu kikuubo si nnungi
era abantu baguddewo balaba muganda wange. Naye awalala mu bengoye eyo nsuubira nnungi eyo mu bengoye naye wano
ebyokulya
nange sibitegeera bulungi kuba nze ebiseera ebisinga mbeera wano mu kikuubo byentegeera ebyokulya sibimanyi bulungi.
Ali mukama wange neyanziza nnyo ekirowoozo kyekyo kibadde kirungi nnyo. All right, very interesting. Different opinions from the different people. We're still making a brief trip within Chikubo area here, getting to observe how the demand is really playing out. But of course, you've heard the different views from the different traders trying to portray their feelings about the day, and they don't seem to be. I mean, so far it's like those that are saying that the season is the worst. Well, it's okay. It's more like they are dominating those that are saying that the season is okay. So can we conclude that actually the sales are not positive as a result of the day? When I was in the abattoir, I also realized that the demand, most especially for the offers, which are lowered and the prices were cut down. So maybe I can kind of connect the dots basing on that, because I'm not going to give an overall opinion basing on just one source. I need to combine the different ideas of the people to get the right picture of what exactly is really happening in this season. But that is what we are observing quite free. And a number of commodities, like you can see, I think as we are taking a look at this in the last minutes, you know, you can see it's pretty empty. It's pretty empty. So that explains to you what some of the traders perceive of the day within this area, which is known to have quite massive buyers on every day, Monday to Monday. So by the moment they decide to shut down, well, it communicates something that maybe there was anticipations that the season won't be the best, as you can actually clearly see. Yeah, I've at least reached the middle of Chikubo, one of the busiest business centers within Kampala city. Yes, but you can still see that from the entrance to the middle, it's still the same. There is no any difference when it comes to, congestion of the shops being opened. It's still the same. People just walking through. Maybe, I don't know, are they heading to church when they already shopped? Of course, their commodities, that is entirely up to them. Well, I come to the end of this discussion. Definitely, I've been Andrew Barija coming live here in Chikubo, and of course, one of the busiest business centers in Kampala. And at this point in time, I'm going to take you back to plot 42. That is Nile Avenue with a live broadcast with Masi Katsime, and in it, but definitely you can really observe business is not really at its most, it's not at its peak. Here are the most busy business center in Kampala. Back to studio.
Oh yes, thank you very much, Andrew, for that feed. And Mercy, I think you can now believe that, you know, Chikubo is always known for being the most. It's very busy, and you know, today is a Monday, but then fine, shops are open, but you can see the turn up is very low. People are not there.
Yeah, I was actually, when you talk about the season, actually, some people have benefited, some have not. So that is why you saw a mixed reaction of different. Someone saying, this is my worst banana. This is my worst. And someone is like, oh, I've really gotten out of it. Depending on what you've been having to sell. I mean, if you're selling, if you're a seasonal business person, I don't think you can get much out of it, because I don't think people are going to buy Santa.
But I think you could. The main thing is strategy. How strategic are you? Because you know, when it comes to those seasonal sellers and what, they know that, okay, they know the seasons, that okay, this is now Christmas season, this is New Year, this is Easter, this is Eid. So they since they know, and they really know that it is only in this season that I need to maximize it. Like I need to be, you know, I need to get the very best out of it. So they will go beyond. So it's all about being strategic, because you know, the moment I don't sell this Christmas decors and all that and the trees and in this period, I'm not going to sell them at the beginning of the year. So it is either now or now, because if I make losses or if I don't sell them now, so meaning I'll have to wait for next year ending, that is in December. But you know, with technology and all that, you could find that now the things that I have are, you know, out. People are now trashing them. They want new stuff. So it is now or never. So I feel like the seasonal sellers, really, they must strategize and they work themselves out to see that they make, you know, the very best out of the season. Because at the end of the day, that's the only time they're, you know, working.
Yeah, well, of course, you would see the faces of some of the traders, the sellers. Some of them were frustrated.
Like Andrew said,
depressed.
They're depressed.
I mean, you don't even have the morale to look into the camera and be like, okay.
People are disturbed. People are struggling financially.
Wali wasaze okujja nakula ekiba kibe.
You've heard a guy that has said, kanyende ntwaleyo at least kamere k'abaana ngenda kunyoka saa 8. So you've heard such stories. People are struggling, but at the end of the day, regardless, we have to work. You'll have to work and earn something.
I think that is it. He was actually right, because I mean, at least show up. Show up, at least sell a thing or two, and maybe you could have something to also take back home. Well, of course, we're just left with only 10 minutes to the top of the hour, and that is of 10 a.m. And of course, it's always, you know, a point of how we have really how people have really actually benefited out of this. If you've not gotten out of it, maybe next year could be a different season for you. You could actually strategize and make sure that you get more customers, depending on what. There was cutlery.
At least they make sure they're in town.
They make sure they're in town. Well, of course, I think we are going to be wrapping this up for the day, so that we can also go and give thanks to the Almighty for having sustained us till this day, to see this day, for it to come to this opportune moment. Well, it's always a pleasure having you on Smart Men's Business here in Smart 24 TV. My name is Katsime Masi, and of course, yes, any last words as we wrap up, as people go for the festive? Any last words you would
So guys, be careful. The talk of the day will be, you know, happiness and excitement. Please, you know, excitement has a limit. So please, as you get into the day and you're doing every kind of you know, thing that you know there is that gives you happiness. Please be mindful of what you consume. And yeah, I know, as a matter of fact, today alcohol consumption will be at its peak. So please drink responsibly. Yeah, drink responsibly. Then the drivers, please be safe, drive safely, make sure your seatbelt is on, and don't drink and drive. And then family out there, we wish you a Merry Christmas. This is the time that, you know, you should not have complaints. You know, there's that meme that was going around and people like, by the time it clocks 5:30, relatives will be fighting, you know. But no, today, this is a day of peace. And then please, reminder, make sure you bless someone today. Make sure you put a smile on at least 2 people. Yeah, put a smile on their faces. Make sure you just do anything small for them, no matter how small, but at least do something. Not only dress well and smell good and eat. No, do something extra. And I think that is it in today's SMB. That is all we had for you for today. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Well, of course, for those that have been tuned in, I've seen very many messages. Thank you for tuning in. I told you, I told them yesterday, today we are here.
Yes. People actually thought we would not come, but we had to.
No, we have to keep people updated. This
we
is the time
drive
where
your
you have
business every day, regardless.
This is the time where people have to throw their phones away and, you know, focus on TV. But anyway, from the SMB fraternity, that is Smart Men's Business, we wish you the very best. Please make the most of it. Have memories, make memories, take pictures, take as many as you can. Okay, but at the end of the day, spread love, because that is what we are called for as our purpose in this world. Well, from the entire team and I wish you a very Merry Christmas. Till tomorrow, we love you and have a blessed day.